the essence of the eternal divine spirit, the one that causes all that exists to exist, the one that is self-existent.
How many men have children and the children never meet their father? See, you created a void in that child because you are a part of that child.
Black power! Black power!
Black power!
Black power!
Black power!
Are you feeling fatigued and can barely make it through the day without some type of caffeine?
Are you on a journey of healing your body but need a little help?
Then alkaline water is what you really need.
Alkaline water has many benefits. Alkaline water can help restore pH balance in the body. Consuming beverages such as soda and coffee can make your body acidic.
Did you know that too much acid in your body has been linked to an anemia, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, autoimmune disease, chronic pain, and other chronic conditions like gout and arthritis?
Those who use alkaline water have reported increased energy levels, clearer skin, reduction in inflammation, better digestion, and many other health benefits. I've used alkaline water for years, and it's been instrumental in sustaining my health when I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis.
Are you ready to take responsibility for your body's health?
If the answer is yes, then our alkaline water is just what you need. Bring your own bottles. It's only $3 for each gallon. To place an order or for more information, you can reach us at 773-846-3091. Thank you in advance for your support.
Hi, my name is Sister Ebony Stevenson. I am your announcer for today. Welcome to the Toma Nation's weekly Sunday worship service from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday at 616 East 71st Street here in Chicago, Illinois, and also live on Facebook. If you would like more information, you can reach us at www.facebook.com/TomaNation2 or give us a call at 773-952-8302. Now I'm going to recite our opening. In the name of the eternal divine spirit, the one that causes all that exists to exist, the one that is self-existent, the one who directs the sunships of millions and trillions of years, and the one who made time the seed of the universe, known among the ancient Kemites or Egyptians as Amun-Ra and Aton, among the Hebrews as Ansar, Yahweh, and Elohim, among the Christians as Lord, God, and Jehovah, among the Muslims and Islamic world as Allah, the one God, among the Rastafarians as Jahi, Rastafari, among the Yoruba tribes of West Africa as Omari, Eshu, and many other Orisha names. I bear witness that all of these names refer to the same one, Almighty Spirit, and it is to that essence which I give reverence and to whom I submit. I boldly proclaim that we, the descendants of those black men and women who survived the transatlantic slave trade, are the Lost 13 tribe, born in North America and are of the Nubian Kemetic lineage. I further proclaim that the blood of all the nations of the earth flows through our veins. I greet you in the ancient but holy words of peace, Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, Habaragani, Alafia, and Ashe. Now I am going to recite the 13 points of what we believe and know. Number 1. We believe and know that we are not to repeat the mistakes of the past prophets and messengers of the Almighty Creator of the heavens and earth. Number 2. We believe and know that we can only establish an economic base through the application of the knowledge of self and the incorporation of the ideologies of the Honorable Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Mahatma Gandhi, and Ben Ami. Number 3. We believe and know that the prophets and messengers of the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, and the Kemetic Holy Books were all black. Number 4, we believe and know that Jesus Christ of 2,000 years was and is a black man. Number 5, we believe and know that the knowledge of the Almighty Creator goes beyond books written by the prophets and messengers of the Almighty Creator. Number 6, we believe and know that in order to promote and coordinate unity, we must first recognize and accept the uniqueness of being able to worship our Creator, regardless of religious denomination, name, title, ritual, particular dress, or holy book, as long as it recognizes the Almighty Creator of the heavens, earth, and the universe as supreme. Number 7, we believe and know that it is impossible to tell the truth without exposing the wicked governments of the world. Number 8, we believe and know that the United States government, in collaboration with other European nations, have a denial objective to exterminate dark-skinned people of color off the earth through the act of genocide. Number 9, we believe and know that some of the most effective methods that are being used today are AIDS, birth control, alcohol and drug abuse, vaccinations, gang and domestic violence, systematic elimination of trauma centers, the public school system, and public aid within the black communities of America and the world. Number 10, we believe and know that the last trick that Satan is playing on us is the dividing of us by our religious differences, religious gangbanging. Number 11, we believe and know that the conflict between the various religions are comparable to the conflict between various street gangs within the inner cities of America. Number 12, we believe and know that the war on drugs and gangs is a diabolical plot to disarm the black community of weapons, break up the black family, withdraw our constitutional rights, also kill and incarcerate young black males under the undercover code name April 2029. And number 13, we believe and know that every letter, shape, sound, and numerical value contains esoteric information that completely transcends the specific contextual meaning of the word. Our purpose: to bring about the growth of a righteous community in accordance with the laws of the Creator of the universe, under the leadership and guidance of Brother Minister Rahim Quased Aton, to provide solutions to the social and economic ills that plague the communities of urban America. Our goal: to re-educate and retrain youth and young adults to develop positive moral values as an alternative to delinquent behaviors, because you can't rebuild a community and not rebuild the minds of the residents of the community to meet the responsibilities of maintaining the community's image. Our mission: to enhance the economic development of our communities by establishing businesses, real and personal properties, thereby creating jobs and/or entrepreneurship training programs that will reverse the concept of leaving the community to buying back the community. Our motto: let your light so shine before men that they shall see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Now we're going to recite our salute to the red, black, and green flag. Everyone put your right fist in the air and repeat after me. Here's to this flag of mine, the red, black, and green. Hopes in its future bright, Africa has seen. Here's to the red of it, great nations shall know of it. In time to come, red blood shall flow of it. Historians shall write of it, this flag of mine. Here's to the black of it, 400 million's back of it, whose destiny depends on it. The red, black, and green of it, oh flag of mine. Here's to the green of it, young men and women shall dream of it, face shots and shells for it, maidens shall sing of it, waving so high. Here's to the whole of it, colors bright and pole of it, pleased is my soul with it, regardless of what is told of it. Thanks to God for giving him this great flag of mine. Please keep your right fist raised high in the air as we sing our Black National Anthem. Black power, Black power, Black power. Black power is the power to define, develop, and defend that which is in the best interest of Black people.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. My name is Sister Ebony Stevenson. Welcome to our Toma Nation weekly Sunday worship service. That's worship, W-A-R-S-H-I-P. As usual, we would like to extend an invitation for you and your family to come join us live here at our headquarters at 616 East 71st Street in the Grand Crossing community of Chicago, Illinois. Please make sure that you share this lecture with your friends and family so that we can work on improving the condition of Black people here in urban America. Today, our first speaker is going to be none other than the founder of this great movement, the Toma Nation, Minister Rahim Kased Aton. And the title that we are going through today is Chicago Politics, the Mayoral Runoff Election. Everybody, please stand to your feet and let's bring on our leader, teacher, and God, Minister Rahim Kased Aton.
In the essence of the eternal divine spirit, the one that causes all that exists to exist, the one that is self-existent, the one who directs the sunships of millions and trillions of years, the one who made time the seed of the universe, known among ancient Kemites as Amun-Ra and Aton, among the Hebrews as Ansof, Yahweh, Elohim, among the Christians as Lord, God, Jehovah, among the Muslims as Allah, the one God, among the Rastafarians as Jah Rastafari, among the Yoruba tribe as Olodumare, Obatala, and many other Orisha gods. I bear witness that all of those names refer to the same one, Almighty God. And it is to that essence whom I give reverence and to whom I submit. I boldly proclaim that we, those children of those Black men and women who survived the transatlantic slave trade, are that lost 13th tribe, born here in North America, and that we are of a Nubian Kemetic lineage. I further proclaim that the blood of all the nations of the world flow through our veins. I greet you all in the ancient but yet holy words of peace, in the languages of our fathers, of Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, Barakani, Alafia, and Ashe. Welcome, welcome to the Toma Nation's worship service, spelled W-A-R-S-H-I-P. not W-O-R-S-H-I-P. I am Brother Minister Rahim Kased Aton, the founder of this great movement, along with Minister Omari, Jahi Aton, the co-founder of this great movement, and our First Lady, Sister Makita Aisha Aton. Today, as you've been checking us out in the last 2 or 3 Sundays, we want to continue to share with you our position dealing with our Black brothers and sisters here in Chicago and throughout the United States when it comes to politics and where we stand. First, one of the main things that you should notice when we are speaking and telling who we are is that we say that we are an all-inclusive Black conscious righteous movement. The 2 words I want you to really recognize today is Black and conscious. And when we say that, a lot of people say, well, why you just can't be conscious? Conscious means awake. And there are a lot of people that are conscious. There are a lot of people who are awake. But Toma specifically deals with our people, our challenges, the things we go through, our victories, our defeats, and what we have to do as a solution to our challenges in the world and in our community. And so we have to be woke to the problems that plague Black America. And so we say Black conscious. Now, you would say, well, should nobody have to say Black, just be woke. That's just too easy. If you notice, Black people have a challenge. Is that we want to look over our problems and then add other people to it. We've noticed in Toma that when Hispanics, when Asians, when whites, and others that are politicians, when they get up and speak, most of them talk about their race first. But you don't hear the Hispanics saying the problems of Hispanics and Blacks. You don't hear them say that. They don't say Hispanics and whites. They tell you the problems of their race. But when you hear a Black man or a Black woman come up, they go Black and brown, Black and Hispanic, Black and white, as if we cannot function in telling our challenges alone, that we only feel comfortable when we speak for not only ourselves, but for them too. And I believe that's wrong, 100% wrong. Now, I don't believe it's wrong that the Hispanics do it the way they do it, or even the other nationalities. I think they are 100% correct. Every other race that I know of, let's say if Chewy became mayor, he's going to do, if he became mayor, he's going to do for his race first. And every other race after that will get what's left. He's correct. He's supposed to do that. That makes a whole lot of sense. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. That's the first law. So he's correct. When Trump got in office, who did he do for first? His people. Correct. Now, Black people, you need to wake up. I'm about to cuss. Up. I leave them 3 words out. 3 letters, rather. Because they ain't thinking about saying our name. But every time we come up, Black, Hispanics, whites, Asians, that's us. I'm good. Huh? Oh, did I leave somebody out? They might get upset, right? Because they are nationality too then, huh? Man, get the HE double hockey sticks out of here. You made me say it this time. No, Minister Omari said gays. You know, I don't mention them because they are a sexual orientation, not an ethnicity. I'm just being true to that. Now, if they want to fight me on it and argue with me about it, we can. Because I'm talking about ethnicity. If I was talking about sexual orientation, I would have been saying homosexuals, heterosexuals. I'd have been saying that. But I'm not talking about your orientation and what you are. I'm talking about your nationality. But now this world is trying to make the gay community a nationality. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to support it. I don't have nothing against them being whatever they want to be. But you're not going to make me speak to your situation as if you are a nationality. That's not going to happen. You're a sexual orientation. Now, anyway, blacks do have that problem too. We have that problem. And if we, in this particular race, with Brandon and Vallis, have not woken up yet as a people to where automatically we talk about, just came out of Black history. We talk about what the white man done to us. We talked about how we've been treated. We talked about how everything about us were hidden. Our ancient history and ancient command, all the inventions that basically that you see around you everywhere, from the camera to the chair to the floor to the mop to the trash pan, the dustpan, the microphone, the automobile, the computer, everything, 99% was invented by us. And we didn't know that for a long time. So we know this now. And we know that the white man stole that information and hid it from us and got the patent for it. They never invented nothing but the patent. That's it. And so now here we are today trying to decide who we gonna support for mayor. Is that really a decision that we should have to make in the sense of saying Vallis or Brandon? It should be automatic. I bet you the white folks don't have a problem with that. Just us. Just us. And fighting each other. People were sending me videos of arguments and fights at different places and other black groups going in and you know, coming in and at these meetings and upsetting the meeting and all this and that. And they showing it all in the media. You don't see white folks doing it. It's us to each other. Looking stupid. Think, brothers and sisters, think. You've taken us back into our past. You are not pushing us forward into the future. And all of this crap is being passed down on us. Historically, we looking at a situation that we've never had before in over 30 years. In 1983, we had a black mayor. How is it that 30 years later, we still don't have another black mayor? We had a black person. She wasn't the mayor. We had a black, y'all call her Uncle Lori. I don't know what she is, but she was a black something. Okay? And she was married. I see that. I can say that. I'm trying to, it's hard to not say what I see, but she didn't represent us. I have to say that. And so here's 30 years later, from 1983 to 2023, we have a chance to elect a black man in an actual black family, husband, his wife, and his children into the 5th floor downtown to be the mayor of the city of Chicago for 4 years, giving a positive image to black boys and girls of a black family running this city. And your raggedy behind is out here running, trying to support a white cracker with a black wife. The hell wrong with you? Excuse me, I'm getting mad and broke my nail. us, y'all. I had to say why we call ourselves black conscious. Because a lot of us woke, but we ain't black. Too many of us is woke, but we ain't black at all. Where's the black? Race first is what we supposed to support, because every other nationality on this planet supports a race first philosophy, which is correct. They are supposed to. We should stop getting mad at the white man because he don't give us nothing first. Crazy. Now put our man in and let's get what's ours. And let's support him when he roll out some stuff to the others also, because he would be mayor of the city of Chicago, but he got sense enough to know that race first is what he has to do. And he don't have to be called a racist because every race on the planet does it. Every race but us. So I'm not the speaker for today. I know you probably think I am. But I had to say that because I keep hearing from my brothers calling me about different things that's going on with this party and fighting this. I'm tired of it. It's so stupid. Every black alderman, almost every black alderman is behind violence. A couple of them I ain't heard from yet. That's why I don't know. But most of them, I haven't heard from Stephanie. If y'all did, let me know. I haven't heard from Pat Dow. Haven't y'all heard anything? The rest of them I know, I've heard from that they voting, supporting violence. Oh, okay, Pat Dow behind Brandon. God bless you, Pat Dow. But they're gonna beat you up for it later. But just call us, we'll come, we'll help you out. What about the other one? Stephanie? You don't know yet? Okay, so we ain't heard about the rest of them. The rest of them got handkerchiefs on their head, walking around out there trying to support violence. We call those people handkerchief head Negroes. Back in the time when Aunt Mama was in the kitchen with the handkerchief on her head, that's these politicians, that's the black ones. Yeah, mammies. So I'm gonna move on and call up the main speaker for today. He's the co-founder of Aton. He's been on the battlefield as long as I have, for over 30 years, trying to wake black people up to be conscious in their mind, to stand up for who we are, to know that if we don't hold if we don't hold our stance, that we'll be ran over and black people won't know nothing about who we are, and the next generation to be just out here acting like these handkerchief head Negroes and ain't standing on nothing. We got to stand up. And so Minister Omari is going to come up and talk about the politics here in Chicago. So I thought I'd just warm it up just a little bit for him so he can come on up and tell you what it's all about. Brothers and sisters, y'all put y'all hands together for Minister Omari, Jahi, Aton.
Alrighty. See, he thought I forgot. I ain't forget. All right. Once again, I am Minister Omari Jahi Aton. I'm the co-founder here at the Toma Nation, along with our founder, as you just heard from, Minister Raheem Kasset Aton, and our first lady is Sister Makita Aisha Aton. We always open up with our opening, and it's a unity opening. Even though we don't want unity, we're going to do it anyway. Because black folks is something else, boy, I tell you. But this is how it goes. In the name of the everlasting Father, he that causes all that exists to exist, he that is self-existent, and he who directs the sunships of millions and trillions of years, and is he who has made time the seed of the universe. He's known among the ancient Kemites or the Egyptians as Amun-Ra and Aten. He's known among the Hebrews as Ansof, Yahweh, and Elohim. He's known among the Christians as Lord God and Jehovah, and among the Muslim and the Islamic world as Allah, the one God. He's known among the Rastafarians as Jah Rastafari. I bear witness that all of these names refer to the same one and almighty God, and it's to him whom I give reverence and to whom I submit. I boldly proclaim that we, Black people here in North America, are the, Jesus, I just had a brain fart. Y'all excuse me. Right, the lost 13th tribe born here. Thank you, sir. We are the lost 13th tribe born here in North America, and that we are of a Nubian Kemetic lineage. I further proclaim that the blood of all the nations of the planet Earth flows through our veins. I greet you in the ancient but yet holy words of peace in the languages of our forefathers of Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, Habaragani, Alafia, and Ashe. All right, I want to jump right in because we don't have a whole lot of time. I got about an hour. We're really 59 minutes. The title of this teaching on today is Chicago Politics Mayoral Runoff 2023. Now, God gave me this subject to teach on about a week ago, and I thought I knew what God wanted, which led me to understand something about God. And you know, we're always constantly learning, man. We're constantly learning stuff about God. And I just discovered that, you know, when God wants you to do something, he don't give you the whole thing right away. He'll just give you a piece of it. Like all I got was Chicago politics. And so I just ran with it. I thought, oh, God wants me to teach about the mayoral election, you know, this runoff between Dallas and Brandon Johnson, you know, and so I went to work. I started doing my studying and researching and everything. And I kept running into a brick wall. I'm like, you know, because usually stuff is flowing, you know, my ideas would be flowing, you know, and for some reason, everything just cut off right after God gave me the title. It wasn't really flowing until this morning. When I woke up this morning, it hit me that God didn't really want me to teach about Chicago politics. It was really about Chicago politics. You know, because the prefix poly means many. And we already know what tricks are. And that's on a whole bunch of different levels, boy. You know, on the street level, we know what a trick is. You know, an actual trick, you know, is by definition, it says it's a cunning or skillful act or scheme intended to deceive or outwit somebody. You know, you want tricking, you know. And then of course, again, we know what a street trick is. Poly being many tricks. So the $1 million question, I guess, that we should be asking is, why would Minister Raheem and myself support a politician as if politics are going to save us? Do we believe, that politics are going to save us? No. No, not at all. Do we believe a politician is going to save us? No. Let's just be clear. Now, so if we don't believe that politics or a politician is going to save us, why are we doing this? And understand this. I voted in the preliminary election for Brandon Johnson. I haven't voted since 1983 for anybody. I didn't vote for Uncle Lori, none of them. The last person I voted for was for the mayor of the city of Chicago, a man by the name of Harold Washington. The last time I voted. And I voted for Brandon Johnson because I saw the same spirit in him that I saw in Harold Washington. Is he a Harold Washington? No, I'm not saying that. He's Brandon. He's not Harold. What I'm saying is that his heart and his desire for doing right by our people in this city is the same heart and desire I saw in Harold Washington. Now, the method that he going to use to do what he's going to do may be different from Harold Washington. I don't know. And then I hear people saying, well, who is this Brandon Johnson? We never heard of him. You need to shut the hell up. You didn't hear Harold Washington either before he came on the scene. So don't give me that crap about because we don't know nothing about him, he can't be good for us. You need to sit down. Evidently, the reason why we, Minister Raheem and I, are supporting this guy is because we know what you know not. That's why you need a leader, because you don't know every damn thing. There's got to be somebody that's going to do the research, somebody that's going to do some background checks, somebody that's going to do all those things to be able to say, hey, this right here, we need to really look at this guy. And the first time I met him, the spirit, maybe I shouldn't say spirit because some of y'all crazy as hell. And y'all think that now I think about spooks and ghosts and goblins or some crap like that. No, I'm talking about what other word can I use? Vibe. How's that? This man gets off energy. Yeah. That's even a better one. This brother gives off an energy, a righteous energy. Does that make him righteous? No. I'm saying that his intentions, I feel it, and it's right. He wants to do right. Now, once he get in the machine, it might be a whole different thing. I don't know. But I do know this, that this man, Brandon Johnson, if he gets in office, that he's going to change some things in this city for Black people right here in the city of Chicago. Now, what options do we have? Black man, Black woman. You got a white man, Paul Vallis, who has been endorsed by the Fraternal Order of Police. And we have Brandon Johnson, who was endorsed by the Chicago Teachers Union. Now, let me remind you of something. Maybe I shouldn't say let me remind you, but let me open your eyes to something that we may not, or maybe we've fallen asleep to. That for, excuse me, a chicken in my throat. There has been rumors of a race war between Blacks and whites. People have been gossiping about this for years, about this race war that's coming. And I know our interpretation of this race war is, you know, Blacks gonna be on one side and white folks gonna be on the other side. We're gonna have our bats, our billy clubs. You know, well, that was back in the day. We're gonna have 9mm and Uzis, I guess, and hand grenades, rocket launchers, and all that crap. And we just gonna go at it, right? Wrong. The race war is already going, but we ain't fighting. We're not fighting, brothers and sisters. You know why? Because we're looking for a physical war. And they psychologically and strategically are at war with us. And they have been attacking us on every level, health-wise, educational-wise, social-wise, every level you can think of, we are under attack by them. Now, who is them? I gave a lecture, it had to be maybe about 6 to 8 months ago, it might have been a year, where I was outlining how white people have been pissed off since the Civil War, and that they were mad that black people fought with the North to defeat the South. And they ain't forgot that. When they stormed the Capitol, when was that? January the 6th. I remember it because it's my brother's birthday. He always saying, you know, they did that on my birthday. Okay. So I'll never forget when they stormed the Capitol. But when they did that, that was an indication of the anger and the frustration of these white crackers who desire to see black people back as slaves again, as we were in the past. This is why well, not yours, but this Donald Trump dude made the statement, "Let us make America great again." What do you think he meant? America to them were great when we were slaves. We were working for them. Well, guess what? We still doing that. They just give you a little crumbs, you know, they give you a $20 an hour wages and make you think you're doing something. But you're still a damn slave. You get up in the morning, you go to the plantation. They don't, you know, back then they didn't have a clock to punch, but you was the clock. They punched you if you wasn't out there in that damn field picking that damn cotton. So if Dallas, now understand this, the Fraternal Order of Police is not going to endorse someone that does not have the same philosophy about policing as they do. Now, what is the philosophy of the Fraternal Order of Police? No, their philosophy is, I can't even remember, we used to say it back in the day. It ended with break a nigga neck. Y'all remember how that go? Yeah, I can't remember what, but anyway, their philosophy, I can say it differently. Their philosophy is to police that too. That too, but their thing is to, as an overseer, make sure the niggas are not getting out of place, are respecting authority, and if they get out of line, if any nigga gets out of place and want to act like he's trying to open the eyes and the minds of the slaves, then the overseer, the officer, he comes in and put his knee on the nigga neck. Now, Trump was down with that. So they endorsed him. What you think this Cracker Valley is down for? They endorsed him also. So now, we got niggas out here. Well, no, I don't even want to call them niggas. I got more respect for niggas than I do these. Oh, N-word, I'm sorry. I ain't supposed to say niggas, that's right. My bad. But these, I ain't even gonna call them N-words. I'll call them political prostitutes. That's a nice way of saying, you know, a garden tool. These political prostitutes, they aren't about their race. They all about getting paid. We got N-words out here. No, I'd go better than the N-words. Negroes. I'll just say Negroes. That's a little better. Y'all know what I mean. Just put the GGR on there. These Negroes want to be on the winning team. Minister already just told you about all these aldermen that have already sided with violence. You got Jesse White. He got the right last name too. Jesse White has endorsed Vallis. And I hear some of these black folks out there, oh, this ain't a black thing. You want to get on Jesse White because he want to vote for Vallis? He has a choice to vote for Vallis. I don't care about who you vote for, to be honest with you. I don't care. But what I do care about is when a person openly shows you that they don't like you. And then you turn around and act like this person is okay for you only because you want to make sure that when he gets in, because you think he's going to beat Brandon Johnson. I'm here to tell you today, he's not. He's going to lose. And when he does lose, you handkerchief head Negroes, put the GGR on there. You handkerchief head Negroes, I have exposed yourself. You can't be black now. You stay with your white folks. Wow, I haven't got off the paper. Let me get back on my lecture. But look, if Paul Vallis, and look what his platform is. His platform is about reforming the Chicago public school system. But that's not the only thing he's running on, but that's the major thing, simply because he used to be CEO of the Chicago public schools. Now, Paul Vallis is reaching back to his tenure of Chicago public school CEO in his bid to become Chicago's next mayor. The former district leader put out an education platform that promises to keep school buildings open on nights and weekends, put alternative high schools into empty and unenrolled buildings, and create more charter and magnet schools. He also said that he would work to elect school board members in line with his agenda. Now, just in case you don't know, the mayor of the city of Chicago has the authority to not, it's not an election, but select. The mayor selects who the president of, or the CEO of the Chicago Public Schools is going to be. That means if Vallis becomes mayor, he's going to determine who that person over Chicago schools is going to be. Yes. Daley did the same exact thing. And he also has the authority to hand pick the members of the Chicago School Board. Now, he already told you what his criteria for that would be, didn't he? He said, and I quote again, he will also work to elect school board members in line with his agenda. So that means that if his agenda, and so you have to understand something. Keeping schools open at night and on the weekend ain't changing nothing if you're teaching the same thing. See, that's like, what they call it, insanity. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, think you're going to get a different result. If you're teaching the same things, if he ain't talking about teaching something new or some new methodology by which the teachers are going to be instructing the young people into making them better citizens of this country, then it's insane for us to think that's because he adds nights and weekends to the plate that everything's going to be okay. Now, oh, he just added some more days, so that's going to make everything better. That's nothing. That's some garbage. That's just some crap he threw out there to make you think he's going to do something. The next thing he said, charter and magnet schools, right? He was against charter and magnet school as the CEO of Chicago Public Schools. You know why? Because charter and magnet schools are schools that are publicly funded. What does that mean? That means that if, let's say, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kanye, and about 3 or 4 other great Black men and women put their money together and decide that they were going to fund a charter school in every state that Black people reside in. And that means that in that school, because it's funded by the public, not the state or the city, that school can have or teach whatever curriculum they wanted to teach. And we can enroll our children into that school if we believe and we understand what the curriculum is going to be. And that school would be totally not against, but separate from Chicago Public Schools. This is why Vallis, as the CEO of the Chicago Public School, was against charter schools and magnet schools when they were first introduced in the early 90s, I believe. But look at this. So why, you see, because you got to think, man, put your thinking caps on. You got to actually think for a change. Why would he all of a sudden decide that he wanted something like that when he was against it when he was CEO? Does anybody ask that question? Is there anybody in the press that's going to ever ask him that question? You know, why all of a sudden he's for charter schools and magnet schools, and what benefit does he think that's going to have for education if it didn't have any benefit when he was CEO of Chicago Public Schools? What's different now? You know what's different? See, you have to understand that Paul Vallis is just a pawn on a big chessboard with many moving pieces. And he's just a piece that somebody's moving. See, Paul Vallis, well, maybe I should say it like this. White people have a problem. White racists, maybe even be specific. White racist people have a problem. Their problem is that their children have discovered and learned that they were lied to. And their children are pissed as hell. They are pissed off. It's the white kids you see riding, breaking in the stores downtown. They're the one that's on Facebook having these, everybody meet over here and we're going to go in here and just break into all these stores. This is white kids. And Black kids just going along, you know, so we can get some free stuff. But these are white kids doing this. So they have a problem. They got to reel their kids back in. What better way to do it than to have a publicly funded, not a public, a privately, that's the word I want to use, a privately funded school like a charter school or a magnet school. Now, let me stop right there. If Paul Vallis gets in and he begins to create these kind of schools, are you finna put some money into it? So you can have a say into what goes into that school? Do you have any money that you're gonna put into it, or you just gonna continue to send your children to Chicago public schools? It's free, right? Guess who gonna put their money into these charter schools and these magnet schools? And then guess what's going to take place? You're going to see white children and white boys and white girls in these new charter schools so they can reprogram their children back into their white supremacy mentality. And Black kids and Hispanics and all other nationalities are going to be in the public schools unless their parents, I want you to hear me real good here, unless their parents have sold out to the point that they can afford to put their children in these schools because it's not going to be cheap. I want you to hear me. I'm telling you the future. If Paul Vallis gets in. Now, what about Brandon Johnson? I don't know this dude. I really don't. I don't know him. All I know is, again, the energy, the vibe that I get when I met him. I've met him about 3 times. And the vibe that I get is not fake and phony. I know a phony Negro, GGR, when I see one. And he's not fake. But now, Brandon Johnson, I'll give you a little history about him. He's a public school teacher. He's a union organizer and the Cook County Commissioner. Brandon is the only candidate who has been the leader in our communities in the fight for fully funded public schools, affordable housing, green jobs. I don't even know what a green job is. Anybody know what a green job is?
Environment jobs, green jobs like electric cars instead of the gas.
Oh, got you. I got you. I'm glad, see, because I don't know everything. So, I'll ask. If I don't know something, believe me, I'm going to ask, because I ain't trying to be fake and phony and make you think I know every darn thing, and I don't. Okay, so he said affordable housing. We've heard that before, so that don't really mean nothing. Green jobs, right? Because affordable housing means that it's affordable, but you might not be able to afford it. So that don't mean a thing. Right. And this is also what he's running on his platform: access to mental health care. That's cool. Does access mean free? So again, this is how, remember when I started, I said polytricks. I'm not saying that Brandon Johnson is tricking anybody, but I'm saying he's a politician. And so, like Obama, I believe when Obama became president, he had all the intentions of doing right by the American people, meaning blacks included. But I believe when he got in office, he discovered that he wasn't leading nothing. That there's an agenda that's already mapped out and laid out for the president, and he's supposed to follow it. Now, what happens is, if you decide to go against the agenda, like JFK, you get a bullet to the head. Now understand this. JFK went against the system because he could afford to. He didn't need nothing from them. The man was filthy rich. The people that run this country are people with money. And because JFK didn't need their money, he did what he wanted to do. And he went against their agendas. And he got a bullet to the head. Harold Washington went against the agenda. When he got in office, I don't know if some of you all may not know this because they don't teach this kind of history in school. But you're going to get it today. When Harold Washington became mayor, white Democrats jumped ship and became Republicans. Now, wait a minute. There's supposed to be the difference between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Now, if there's such a difference, how can a white person jump parties just because a black man, a Democratic black man became mayor of the city of Chicago. They jumped ship. I want you to also, this is another history, how you said, Ebony, another knowledge bomb that we about to drop. Just like there was a female mayor that was black, there was a white one too. Her name was Jane Burns. Jane Burns was the mayor of the city of Chicago, but yet and still, and then she moved into the projects. Tried to seduce black people into thinking that she was for us. Right after Jane Burns came Harold Washington. Right after Uncle Laurie comes Brandon Johnson. I'm not a fortune teller, but damn it, I know how to count. And this stuff is adding up. Now, if you're too blind to see it, then you need to let somebody else see for you. Because we are at an impasse right now. If we don't wake the hell up, and almost cuss like you did, Brother Minister. If we don't wake the hell up, we may be at a point of no return. If this cracker gets in, I'm telling you, if he gets in, it's damn near done for us. Ain't no returning from that. It will not be in. Now, I know, see, and I know black folks be like, see, that's that fear teaching. See, they always want to try to get you to do stuff and make you afraid, to get you to do what they want you to do. Damn it, why don't you say that when the white man make you afraid? Why you always want to think like that when it's somebody black? You don't think Dallas making you afraid by saying he got to do something about the violence in the community? You don't say a damn thing about him. But then you want to tell me I'm trying to make you afraid? Nigga, I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to make you see the forest before the trees is right in your damn face. But you want to try to make it seem like I'm making you afraid. Well, I tell you what, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid and see what happens. I'm not getting nothing out of this. I don't have a position on Brandon Johnson's cabinet. I'm not on his staff. I told you I don't even know the dude. I'm just telling you what the Spirit of God has shown me. Now, whether you agree with it or like it or not, that's on you. But you can't say you didn't know. When you put the devil in office, you know, there's a story. There's an old story about the scorpion and the frog. No, the turtle. It's the scorpion and the turtle. Or was it a frog? It was one of them. But the scorpion needed a ride across the lake. And he tried to get the turtle. He told the turtle, let me ride on your back, you know, and you can ride me across the lake to the other side. And the turtle was like, no, excuse me. I ain't finna put you on my back. You gonna sting me. And the scorpion was like, no, man, why would I do that? If I stung you, then both of us would be drowned and we both die. And they're like, oh man, you know, that kind of makes sense. So the turtle let the scorpion get on his back and he started taking them across the lake. And halfway through, the scorpion stung him. And then he looked at him, he's like, man, why you do that? And you know what the scorpion's answer was? It's just my nature. It's my nature to stay in you, nigga. What you thought? What you really think I was gonna do? It's the white man's nature to lie. It's his nature to be deceptive. It's his nature to be a freak. And he's teaching you to be just like him. And he's using his things to entice you. This is what the devil does. He showed you in the Bible. He took Jesus up on the mountain and said, see all this? I can give you all of this. This all can be yours if you just go ahead and bow down to me. This is the white man. We want to be like him because we want his cars. We want his woman. We want his gold. We want his bank account. We want all the things that he got, but materialistic stuff. And so he draws you in with this. And he makes you want to be like him. He makes you to be envious of him. And so you go about processing your hair. You go about hating on your woman like he hates on his. Our women were our partners. There's a throne for the queen like there's a throne for the king. This white man don't know nothing about that. His throne was a rock in the damn cave. He don't know nothing about this. Oh, God. Look, Brandon Johnson is talking about affordable housing, right? This is what he says. It's cool. He says, everyone in Chicago deserves to have a roof over their head. True. That's not just the right thing to do morally. It is a smart approach to keeping our neighborhoods safe and strong. We create public safety by directly addressing the poverty. Oh, thank you. By addressing poverty, economic and racial and environmental injustices that create disorder in many Chicago communities. These are good words. This will allow us to promote student achievement and grow the job and resources Chicago needs. The cornerstone of that vision is our ability to confront our city's housing crisis. I agree. Whether he can do it or not, that's a whole nother story. That thousands of Negroes came before him singing that same song. Now, I'm not saying he ain't gonna be able to do it. But what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, is what you got to see. I'd rather put my chips on him